Alright, so I know that the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, is coming very soon, but we got a little bit of a teaser trailer. Check it out. Dracarys.
There's a catfish, and ain't no realness in that bitch. That catfish tragic. Online savage, real life average.
Now, I don't know what a nigga did to make someone like Miss Mamas that you saw in that video feel like it was applicable, it was necessary to commit arson. But sis, if you're gonna pour that gasoline, let's help sis out. If you're gonna pour that gasoline, it's combustible, baby. It really catches fire, girl. Why would you lean your ass inside that window, girl? If you don't toss that match, you need to take cues from Beyonce. Anytime Beyonce blows up the cars, because you know Beyonce loves blowing up cars in her music videos, anytime she blows up the car, she makes sure she's a distance away. I think she did that shit in Diva. She did that shit in Crazy in Love. Make sure you're a distance away, boo. What are you doing? Sis, you won't even be able to play it off. When the courtroom and the judge is like, well, sis, did you do it? And you got all types of second and third degree burns on your face. You can't even lie, sis. You can't even lie, girl. You got to do better. We got to do better. If you're gonna mess up a nigga's car, please stand back, pour that gasoline, pour a little trail, and then drop the match. Boo, what are you doing? Anyway, make sure that y'all are going over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression, checking out the latest episode of the podcast as well. I just put up an article up there. Get all the early content first. The girls have been signing up. I really do appreciate it. The last time I talked to you guys, we had a lot of fun on the live stream on Tuesday. I am happy that you all joined me for that. But something I am not happy about is seeing Draya's ass get up on here on somebody's podcast, whatever. I don't know if she was interviewing, whatever it was. And she was joking, I guess. She said, oh my God, I'm joking. She was joking about Megan Thee Stallion being shot. Now, the reason why that shit is so annoying to me is because I think the way, especially a lot of niggas in the industry, the way a lot of niggas have handled this shit, handled talking about it, making jokes about it, making memes about it, I think that shit is completely horrible and disrespectful and trash. Especially since Megan's be so nice to everybody. She just came in the game trying to just do her music thing. Sis ended up being shot. Sis has gone through a lot of traumatic shit recently. So you would think that the community would surround her and protect her, but we had a lot of these niggas making jokes about the situation. So, and I want to mention that, especially since we're talking about Draya, it's a lot of these niggas that have done some of the same worse. Okay, but she went up there talking about, oh well, I want somebody to love me that. I want a love like that. That you love me so much, you so obsessed with me that you just shoot me in my foot.
I predict that they had some sort of Bobby and Whitney love that, you know, drove them down this snapped-esque type of road, and I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
I wanted to tell her, like, sis, girl, have you checked on your child recently, Draya? Draya gives woodpecker teas, seagull teas, ostrich teas, emu teas. She gives parrot teas, she gives hawk teas, she gives eagle teas, flamingo teas, hummingbird teas, pigeon teas. But it's okay, because Megan said, she said, you dumb bitch, who really jokes about someone getting shot? She had words for some of you niggas too as well. And then Draya came over here talking about, oh my God, I'm just so sorry, it was a joke. And honestly, I feel like sis was being serious. Like, I really think she believes that shit was romantic. Like, especially given all of the other dumb shit she loves to say, I really think that she thought that was just a beautiful rom-com type of moment. Megan limping out the goddamn car with a bloody ass motherfucker foot. I hate to see it. So something else that has been going on is the fact that Jonathan, since we're talking about Megan Thee Stallion, Jonathan, who has done Megan Thee Stallion's hair in the past, has decided to go ahead and do Jefree Star's hair. Now, a lot of people had a problem with it, obviously, because Jefree Star's racist as hell. We already know that shit. I saw a tweet that said Jefree Star has literally said he's gonna throw acid in black women's faces, and here comes Jonathan doing Jefree Star's hair. But the debate online has been like, because Jonathan said, girl, that was $20,000. I'm not about to pass that up. I need to feed my family, whatever. The debate online has been, well, would you do Jefree Star's hair for $20,000? And my response to that shit is like, all money ain't good money. Like, you alienate the black women who are your base clientele because your ass want to work with this horse-faced ass, bicycle seat-faced ass, saddle seat-faced ass racist. Then you have to work with those types of personalities forever. But it should not be surprising. Jonathan did 6ix9ine's fucking rainbow ass lace wig. Some people are just like, well, money's money. I'm on the side of like, girl, it's not worth it. I'm just like, bitch, you didn't make the Stallion's hair. You mean to tell me you can't do nobody else's? You couldn't find whatever. I would like to hear y'all thoughts on that, cause there were people in my comments talking about $20,000 is $20,000. Like, I got student loans to pay off. I'm just like, girl, is it really worth it? I'm not going to really talk about Kanye for too long, just because I have done a lot of videos and a lot of live streams about his ass. But I will say that, you know, his latest tirade, his latest tweet rant, there were a few things that I found absolutely hilarious. I won't even pretend like I didn't. He called Chris's boo, he called him Kanye. And he also called Chris Jong-un. Now, he called Kris Jenner Chris Jong-un. Now, I think that Kanye needs to sit his ass down. I think somebody needs to help his ass out. I don't know what needs to go on. But what I will say is them motherfuckers, them shits was funny. Them shits was funny. I said, who? I saw Chris Jong-un kind of trending. I was like, who the hell? Who's Chris Jong-un? Like, is it a new world leader? Motherfucker, that was Kanye West calling Kris Jenner Chris Jong-un. I was fucking screaming, girl. I was screaming, girl. Kanye said, girl, y'all are not about to be thinking that this is any type of dictatorship. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. All right, so since we're leaning more toward current events and politics right now, I wanted to bring up this whole thing that has kind of been swelling. It's been happening for quite some time, but now I see more and more people talking about it. It's this idea that we have people in any class that's not the 1% or the, you know, billionaires and millionaires. These people are fighting over unemployment and how people choose to spend their unemployment money. And instead of focusing on the fact that there is absolutely no reason, there's no logical reason why anybody should be making more money on unemployment than they do at their jobs. And what I mean by that is that, you know, people should be paid higher fucking wages in general. So instead, this is my idea. Instead of fighting each other over, oh my God, you get unemployment, I got to sit my ass at my job and y'all are over here making so much fucking money off in unemployment. Like, instead of fighting each other like that shit, because it doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, I think we should be focusing on the fact that, take Jeff Bezos, for example. There were reports saying that he made $13 billion in one goddamn day. We don't need to be fighting each other over the unemployment, who get it, who don't, who's spending money on whatever. We don't need to be focused on that shit. I think that's a ploy. I think that is a trap. To have us fighting over these scraps while these rich people are continuing to get richer during the goddamn pandemic. People are trying to like dictate what types of jobs should receive a living wage or a fair wage and what jobs shouldn't. It's just like, please calm all that petty shit down. All that shit does not matter, especially in the long run when you have people in these higher classes continuing to do this shit, exploiting lower classes. I saw someone call, and I spoke about this on Twitter, I saw someone call like warehouse jobs mindless, and they were trying to use that to justify why their pay is low. I'm just like, no ma'am, no God, if you work X amount of hours for anybody's company, X amount of years for anybody's company, you should have a comfortable living wage, period. A lot of people like to talk down on manual labor or things that they consider unskilled labor, even though we know that it takes a whole lot of fucking skill to do these jobs. They like to talk down on them jobs as if these companies would exist without them. The same people getting pissed, oh my God, where's my package? The same people get angry when one thing is out of place, whenever they get a service or order something, are the same ones who act like those types of jobs are not worthy. I don't get that shit. The fact of the matter is that without these jobs, for these rich assholes to exploit people off of, their businesses would not run. So obviously they're valuable to the company, they're valuable job. Pay these motherfuckers, pay them. Make sure they're comfortable at work and pay them. That's the debate going on. I wanna read you something that Joe Biden said recently. And this is in reference to Trump. This is what he said. The way Trump deals with people based on the color of their skin, their national origin, where they're from, it's absolutely sickening. No sitting president has ever done this. Never, never, never. No Republican has done this. No Democratic president. We've had racists and they've existed. They've tried to get elected president, but he's the first one that has. And the way he pits people against one another is all designed to divide the country, divide people, not pull them together. So here Joe Biden is telling us that apparently Trump is the first racist president. He's the first president to have been dealing with people based off of skin color, nationality. I thought that shit represented exactly the problem that a lot of people have with this whole fucked up ass system. The revisionism, it never ends. Cause for you to he believed what he was saying. Okay, Trump is the first racist president. As if there weren't presidents in the past who owned slaves, as if there weren't presidents in the past. I mean, Ronald Reagan was calling motherfuckers monkeys and shit. Like, these people are so deluded. They are delusional. So when people start to say things like that, you start to understand why they think we're crazy anytime we bring up the history of racism in this country. It's like, if you really think that Donald Trump is the first racist president we've had, of course you're gonna think people calling for a change they're crazy as hell. Calling for a change to the system, of course you're gonna think they're crazy as fuck. And then Biden's campaign gonna come out and say, well, we know he's not the first racist president, but I mean, he sticks out. He sticks out as one of the most racist. It's like, girl, please stop. I think we are totally doomed, girl. We have a bunch of lunatics running for president, and I'm ready for us to move to Andromeda, okay? So a lot of protests are still going on. I saw this video coming from New York City. I don't know, I really feel like the media is just like, well, nothing to see here, because I'm like, I only feel like I see this shit on social media, and even then, compared to months ago, it's not popping up as it did before. In Portland, Oregon, there's a lot of unrest happening. I saw this particular video. I was like, yes, y'all better fucking do it. They came out there looking like protesters from Hong Kong. They came out there with the shields and the umbrellas, like they were not playing. The crowds are getting bigger and bigger. And so the resistance is going to get that much more intense. So you had Trump over here, I don't know, I think he's using Homeland Security, trying to mobilize officers to get out there. Even the mayor of Portland got his ass gassed. Trump knows this, of course, and he's trying to send a message.
I'm not gonna lie, it stings, it's hard to breathe, and I can tell you with 100% honesty, I saw nothing that provoked this response. This is a egregious overreaction on the part of the federal officers.
But I don't know, I say all that to say I think it's absolutely wild that instead of listening to what these protesters are saying, instead of listening to what they're saying about police brutality, instead of listening to what they're saying about economic inequality, you go there and use police to brutalize them. You go there and try and snatch resources. You go there and try and silence them instead of listening to what they're saying and seeing how you can improve the lives of your own goddamn citizens. But at this point, I'm not surprised by anything that whoopee cushion does sitting in the goddamn Oval Office. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure that you check out patreon.com/AdrianExpression for more content and early content. I love you all so much, and I will see you later. Have a good goddamn evening. Bye.